Relationships are spaces full of promises and full of expectations. More and more, people report that intimacy is laced with silent norms. Norms that dictate how one should behave. How often one should reach out, how open, devoted, or loving one must be. What looks like care is often subtle coercion. What appears to be intimacy can be pressure. Those who withdraw are quickly seen as cold. Those who seek closeness are labeled as needy. Somewhere in between lies an unspoken standard, to always be available. But intimacy is not a constant offer. It's a fragile fabric woven from freedom and trust. It doesn't thrive on obligation, but on the possibility of being absent without the bond breaking. Many experience relationships as a never-ending job interview. You have to be loving, witty, physically attractive, intelligent, equal yet vulnerable. An unspoken checklist that can never be fully met. Love becomes performance. And in this logic, one eventually wonders, am I enough? Leadership roles still persist. Sometimes visibly, sometimes subtly. Who makes decisions? Who plans? Who sets the tone? Especially in heteronormative relationships, many women report holding back their impulses, out of fear of appearing too loud, too demanding, too independent. But a relationship is not a power structure. It's a dialogue. Romantic exclusivity is rarely questioned. Those who live alternative relationship models often face mistrust, rejection, pity. The norm insists that love only works within a pair, in the exclusion of others. But who says trust and commitment can't be lived differently? Conflict is often seen as failure. But conflict is not the enemy of relationships. It is often their beginning. Relationships without any argument often contain a silence more wounding than any spoken word. Perhaps it's time to see disagreement not as disturbance but as a sign of depth. Even physical intimacy is under pressure. Those in love must desire. Those who don't are confusing. Sexuality becomes proof. But bodies are not obligations. And desire is not a given. No, is not a lack of love. It's an act of self-respect. Possessiveness still lingers, even in modern relationships. To love is to hold, to keep, to control. But love is not ownership. It is an invitation to freedom. Those who are free to leave, stay more honestly. Financial imbalance often shapes relationships. Those who earn less speak less. Those who have more decide. Few talk about it, out of shame, pride, or fear. But without economic transparency, relationships remain unequal. Still, it is usually the woman who puts her career on hold, for the children, for the man, for the us. The norm says, one steps forward, the other supports. But love should not come at the price of self-sacrifice. Those who don't want children are often not taken seriously, seen as incomplete or immature. But love need not reproduce to be valid. A conscious decision against parenthood is just as valuable as one for it. Relationship still means two people, exclusively, forever. Other forms, chosen families, deep friendships, open relationships, are seen as less real. But life is richer than the norms allow. Not everyone communicates the same way. Some speak a lot, others little. Silence is often interpreted as absence. But not every expression needs words. Presence can also speak through silence. Emotions are judged. Those who show too much are unstable. Those who show little are cold. Especially women are often told they're too much. But emotions are not a danger. They are language, depth, life, care work. Emotional, organizational, social support is often invisible. The norm says, if you love, you care. But those who always give, burn out. We need visibility, appreciation, and balance in this labor. Those who live outside the form, no marriage, no children, no normative relationship, A pitied, questioned, dismissed. But what matters is not how it looks, but how it feels. Not the form, but the dignity of the lived life. Sexuality is seen as proof of relationship happiness. Those who show no desire feel broken. But sexual desire is not a must. It changes, it pauses, it is no measure of love. In modern couples therapy, a new ideal arises, the optimized relationship. Feedback talks, growth talks, clear goals. This can be helpful, but also disenchants. Love is not a project. It is not a strategy, but a living process. Not everyone wants to share everything. Some need distance, retreat, friendships of their own. But many experience that any boundary is interpreted as a lack of love. Yet preserving one's own space is not betrayal. It is a foundation for genuine encounter. Two hearts, one mind. This ideal is romanticized, but it can be suffocating. Those who see everything the same lose themselves. Relationship needs not fusion, but the coexistence of two distinct beings who meet in freedom. Perhaps healthy relationships begin where we recognize and release the norms that shape us. Where closeness is not obligation but invitation. Where love lives not by control, but by trust. And where the self does not dissolve into the other, but can breathe within the bond.